definitely louder, it's definitely dirtier, busier, noisier, pollution in all of its forms.
New Jersey showed up.
I'll see Jersey and Florida had a kid together.
There's always something incoming in Tulum. A stray dog, a dump truck, a scooter, a bike, someone shouting, one of those gas company trucks. The place that is about sustainability is not sustainable.
Esa era, güey, esa era la pinche foto, pero... There's always a need for product photography, fashion photography. But there's stories that have to be told that are not related to a beautiful picture taken by the beach. You know, millennial, I think that I should be doing something that makes the world a little better.
Did Instagram ruin the Mexican coastline?
I think we all did.
With flower white beaches and Caribbean sunsets, it's easy to see why many people love Tulum. But after living here for several months, I'm all too familiar with a darker, much dirtier side to this jungle city by the sea. This is the story of two Tulums.
I do want to live in a place that I like and where I meet people so interesting that I will never get to meet somewhere else in the country, and to experience that without traveling to the places that all of these people are from. This is the place for me to be. Like, I really love that about Tulum. But at the same time, I know that by me being here, I'm dragging out some of the local culture and that I'm a part of that not so conscious change that is happening.
Tulum had already been a popular destination for Instagram influencers and digital nomads. But during the pandemic, Mexico was early to open its doors to travelers, and the area saw a flood of tourism. It attracted Americans like me, who came to work remotely and live lockdown-free right near the beach. It also attracted Mexicans like my friend Meni Castro, who came here not only to work in the service industry, but also to interact with the growing global community.
For me, it was the closest that I could get to studying internationally. It's definitely enriching.
The popularity of Tulum has radically changed its cultural landscape, and this once tropical paradise is becoming a tourist trap.
When I first got to Tulum, it was 2017, so it wasn't as developed as it is right now. Actually, that year was named Yoga Capital of the World, so you can totally see the different crowd that was getting there at that point. It was mostly European people. I mean, nothing to say about, like, each country has their own kind of people. I mean, it's always really broad, but there's definitely something to US tourism. Like, they want the resorts, they want the nightclubs, like the spring break kind of vacation site.
The increasing demand for Western amenities has increased the cost of living in Tulum, further marginalizing the local community. But in the center of town, there are some restaurants where the food is good enough to attract wealthy tourists, but cheap enough to keep a local regular crowd. Places like this one, La Negra Tomasa.
It was a matter of time. Like, we all knew it was coming. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just a different crowd. It used to be pretty much like the whole hippie vibe, you know, like really holistic. But right now it feels so different. It feels like
New Jersey showed up.
I'll see Jersey and maybe Florida had a kid together, and it's turning a bit into that. I mean, it's fun, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely louder, it's definitely dirtier, it's definitely busier and noisier and pollution in all of its forms.
I like to say there's always something incoming in Tulum, whether it's a stray dog, a dump truck, a scooter, a bike, someone shouting, one of those gas company trucks with a loudspeaker. That hippie boho version of Tulum it has the timer has been set.
Exactly. I mean, now it's something in between that and like pure spring break.
The Jersey Shore crowd is invading Tulum, and to keep up with the housing demand for all the beachbody tourists, pricey rental units are quickly cropping up in the jungle, miles away from paved roads and power grids.
Now that I came back, I find it so overdeveloped and it's just chaotic to some extent. It's growing exponentially. It's growing so fast that not even the infrastructure can keep up. There's blackouts, there's all of these things that come with poor planning or not planning at all.
By the time the new construction that we see in the jungle is finished, Tulum is not going to be Tulum.
I mean, people are buying property, lots, with this idea that they've been sold. And by the time that those condos or those lots are able to be lived on, this is going to be so different that they're not even going to like try to live in them anymore.
Tourism in the Yucatan Peninsula began with the hotel zone development in Cancun in 1970 and has since been creeping its way further into the jungle.
Playa Carmen wasn't there 40 years ago. Tulum wasn't here 30 years ago. So, I mean, there was nothing. There's pictures of it, like literally there was nothing. This was federal land. Cancun was the first one, then was Playa. So it's going south. Well, both ways.
Yeah.
Like, literally and
That's a double entendre.
as a metaphor, yeah. There's so much raw nature that at some point, you know that it's gonna be noticed and that people will want a piece of that and will want to have their picture taken over there by the ruins or those white sand beaches. And
Did Instagram ruin the Mexican coastline?
no, like I mean, it's ruined a lot of things, but I think we all did, and it's okay. I mean, I'm over here working, so I'm part of it, and I know it.
It's the dichotomy to me that the place that is about sustainability, let's say, is not sustainable.
Being a really touristy place, you know, there's always a need for that Instagram picture. There's people that decide to actually just hire photographers or videographers just showing the most usual landmarks and the prettiest beaches and all of that. But I think there's more to it. I see a lot of inequality, a lot of gentrification, lots of social problems, social needs. I do commercial work. I do product photography, fashion photography, work for restaurants. I do work for spaces that actually bring in people that are part of the problem, but I struggle with it. It's definitely an ethical junction. You know, millennial, I think that I should be doing something that makes the world a little better.
It's allowed me to live here and work here, but it's also allowed way too many of me to live here and work here.
Yes, and it's allowed people that live here and that were actually originally from the region to not be able to afford a bungalow
or the beach
to live in, or go to the beach.
Right.
Like even because
they're
it's so
stuck with
privatized.
that small strip of public beach,
Yeah, if any.
if any.
Yeah, that they go to and they feel judged and they feel out of place. It's so gentrified that they can't even afford the prices of living here. And it's people like me that have learned a skill set that comes along with these people that want to have a service that they have back home. And just me, by knowing that, I'm more entitled to a piece of the cake than these people are.
Springtime in Tulum is sargassum season, when as much as 80 tons of this seaweed-like stuff have washed up on the beach in 1 week. And every morning, for 5 or 6 hours, you can witness an event that clearly defines social class here, as hundreds of poor indigenous locals rake up this stuff for a few bucks, so that wealthy white tourists can snap selfies on pure white beaches.
There's a lot of things that are still beautiful to it. I mean, the nature is there still, but there's stories that have to be told that are not related just to having a beautiful picture taken by the beach.
Tulum can be a tropical paradise or a total nightmare because not everyone can afford to live in the picturesque version you often see posted on Instagram. Subscribe and stay tuned.